Hello, my name is Jessica Olmstead, and I'm here today to ask the question, what is the fiscal cliff, and what is Congress really doing about it? So what is the fiscal cliff? Well, it's a made-up term, and it's something that Congress is supposed to be addressing right now. A major issue has arisen with our federal budget. We're in a major deficit, and we don't know how to fix it. Well, right now our solutions on the table is to increase taxes and cut government spending. And what the goal is with the fiscal cliff is trying to slash the government deficit by $503 billion in a couple of months. So we're trying to use sequestration and try to address the major issue of Bush tax reforms. So let's go straight to what created it. What created it? Sorry about that. That was my notes. So what created it? Well, it was Bush's tax reform. All of his tax cuts that he provided to people who were making investments and helping in the economy. It happened back in 2000 and 2001 and 2003. So it was supposed to have lower tax rates for certain parties and individuals that were set to expire in 2013. So it's going to affect things like investment, estate, and gift tax. And one of the major reasons this is around is because the 111th Congress failed to make a federal budget. So programs like Social Security and Medicaid are now facing major issues and lack of funds because of the fiscal cliff. So Congress was supposed to set out to decide what to do about the fiscal cliff. In January 1st, 2013, they were supposed to sit down and have an idea of what was going to happen. Well, the issue is, not much happened. See, when Congress had it, they just sat there and fought. The Democrats and the Republicans wouldn't budge on the issue, and finally the Senate reached a compromise. And this was a bill to allow Bush-era taxes to still exist in 2013. Allow them not to expire. And this was a giant compromise. And the global economy was greatly relieved. Every other economy thrived. But what did Congress omit? Everything. All the real issues have been postponed indefinitely. I mean, they sat there and said, well, we're going to do it today. Well, they just said we'll delay it for another day since we can't figure it out today. Well, they didn't agree on sequestration, which I'll define in a minute. They delayed the entire meeting until March. They don't know how and when they're going to raise the debt ceiling because, frankly, we got to pay our bills somehow. We need more money. And they also didn't address tax and entitlement reform. So we don't know what's going to happen. Are we going to get higher taxes? Is Medicare and Medicaid going to lose their spending? Are they going to raise the age for Social Security? We don't know yet. So, let's see. What did Congress do before March 3rd? The day that I was supposed to turn this video in. Well, the Republicans passed a bill that will raise the nation's borrowing limit for about 90 days to give them until March to figure out and pass some kind of budget. They renewed anti-violence law. Obama passed raises for Congress. They haven't gotten a raise since 2009, probably because they haven't done so much since 2009. They've enacted 3 bills. There's been 64 resolutions, and there's been 2 bills failed in Congress. But regarding the fiscal cliff, not much. So what is sequestration? Okay, sequestration is a big term. It's one of the things that was part of the fiscal cliff. Basically, it was to limit the size of the federal budget and put caps on how much it could spend in certain areas, like how much it could spend on Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security and federal budget. This was a great idea to put caps on how much they were spending. But this was one of the items that got delayed, one of the key terms. So, what should Congress and the President do? Well, if it was up to me, the stalemate in Congress would have to end. I mean, they can't just sit here and fight. They need to cut the spending, and then they need to focus on long term. They need to pay the bills that they already have. And Obama needs to be willing to compromise with the Republicans. There needs to be government spending cuts. Yes, you're spending so much money on the bills, but you're also spending a lot of money paying for all your employees. So, the main thing that needs to happen is they need to figure out a long-term plan and work on sequestration. Without it, the fiscal cliff in the economy is never going to get better. My name is Jessica Olmstead, and this is my video about the fiscal cliff.